Spearheaded by the Regional Organized Crime Observatory Coordinator for West Africa, Dr. Faye Ogunadi, the second dialogue on migrant smuggling, human trafficking, and contemporary forms of slavery in Africa brought together stakeholders on a day-long forum in a bid to enhance possible solutions to aid the menace. Collaborating to strengthen the Human Rights Commission is key, Dr. Faye highlighted.
To collaborate with the African Commission. And they're open, their doors are open, very, very open. They have partnerships and MOU with civil society organizations, they're open. So my interest here, how can we make the African Commission more effective in the execution of its work? As I said before, when the framers of the African Charter wrote out the African Charter, TOC was not on their mind. There was no Boko Haram. Just backward travel did not really exist. We buy tickets, there was no visa to go to Europe. We buy tickets and we just go to England, for those who were colonized by the English. And the French, you just pay your ticket. But now, and go to Paris. But now, because of all the visa regulations, because of the poverty, a lot of things, young people are using the backway route. And the amount of human rights violations taking place. I have a publication, which I will share with you later. We are told that more people die in the Sahara Desert than those who drown in the Mediterranean Sea. So it's a tragedy. This dialogue, in my view, as a convener, is how do we address some of these issues and make the African Commission more effective.
Despite the numerous AU policies and African Commission on Human and People's Rights resolutions, stakeholders noted that women, children, migrants are still being exploited, trafficked into forced labor, sexual exploitation, and a host of other human rights violations. Deputy Executive Director, Institution for Human Rights Development in Africa, Michael Nyanko, and Dr. Francis M. Magee, Legal Officer, African Commission for Human and People's Rights, both underscored the importance of this dialogue in sharing facts-based findings and outlining the implementation gaps to protect victims of human rights violations in the continent. The Executive Director, National Agency Against Trafficking in Persons, NATIP, Aissatou Dabo, renewed government continuous commitment to partner with stakeholders to combat transnational crimes.
The government of the Gambia has recognized these threats and responded with deliberate action. The establishment of the National Agency Against Trafficking in Persons, NATIP, is itself a reflection of our national commitment to ending these crimes. As the lead agency, NATIP has adopted a four-pillar approach, which is the same for a lot of anti-trafficking institutions around the world, namely prevention, protection, prosecution, and that of partnership.
The Executive Director, African Center for Democracy and Human Rights Studies, Hannah Foster, lamented that some victims don't even know their rights are violated, and even if they know, some of them don't know where to relay their situations.
Before we talk about litigation, sometimes there are other challenges, gaps of the victims even not knowing where to get remedy. And some even think that, yes, they are being assisted, whereas they are being exploited, So before we get to the litigation, I think we have a lot more work to do in terms of sensitization of both victims and perpetrators. And there is also need to ensure that there is a lot of research done to be able to provide data and also ensure that the information provided will assist civil society to come up with strategies that speak to the issues.
The day-long dialogue is expected to enhance understanding of the human rights dimensions of transnational crimes, create stronger linkages between civil society actors and African Commission for Human and People's Rights that will impact positively through information sharing and advocacy. Khadijatu Jallow reporting.